mind these two sitting here just in the way. The real problem lies in there. Just drink it in. Go ahead. Take all the time you need. Well, here we are again. Really? You haven't even made it out of the driveway and you're whining.
I'm not whining. I'm being you.
Thinking that's bad. We're gonna at least pull the drive shaft, have it balanced, have new U-joints put in it. Didn't I buy a lift? I'm pretty sure I bought a lift. Anywho, so I have got the drive shaft out. As you can see over there, we'll take that down to the driveline shop and get new U-joints pressed in it and get it balanced and painted. What we're here to check though is, if I can find a way to hold this camera, using our handy dandy angle finder, see what the angle of the rear end is. So what does that look like? See about this side. Find a way to sneak it in there. Alright, this side looks like what? No. It's probably -1. Alright, so what I've come up with, drive shaft out, transmission is like 1 degree down, 89. Rear end is 3 degrees up, 87-ish. Under load though, the rear end would climb another degree or two since it is leaf springs. I'm not sure if that's an issue, but definitely found the rear U-joint worn out on the drive shaft there. So very least we're gonna get the drive shaft rebuilt, new U-joints, get it painted, get a cool sticker on it, which will probably throw it out of balance again. And then see if that solves that driveline vibration we got. It's only above 60 mile per hour, but it's annoying. Well, this can't be good, right? No. Seems the rear end is, first of all, I've never seen a carrier have surface rust on it, ever. In all my years, I've never seen one like that. So, not sure what's happening there. Also, the fluid that came out was like water. I'm not sure this rear end has ever been rebuilt, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna throw the book at it. We're gonna throw axles. We're gonna rebuild the traction lock, new gear. We're gonna have the tubes welded in a jig, and probably C-clip eliminators to run those bad boys. But we had the drive shaft done. It's all brand new. However, we still had the minute vibration, and I'm thinking something is amiss in here. So next step is to get this out, get it over to the guys, get it rebuilt, because we have, I think we have 2 weeks to the day to be on the dyno, and 3 weeks after that we're going to be in Sykeston. So we've got a very tight timetable, especially if parts are not available. So we got to get started. Let's go.
done.
Oh, you just gotta complain a little more and then everything fits just fine. That's not good. Looks like it's not gonna be as easy as we thought, right? But hey, we have 4 days. We got a little leak on the end. Not uncommon with 50-year-old parts. Gonna pop the drain plug, make sure I didn't somehow overfill it at 2.5 quarts. That's not the case. We'll go ahead and drain the fluid, pop the rear cover, pull the axle and check out that seal and make sure it's not pinched or rolled or anything cut. And then we'll go from there. Oh. Maybe it's just a tiny bit over full. All right. We'll final tighten all this stuff up on the lift with weight on the wheels. We'll tighten up the leaf spring bolts. We'll torque these in. Get the second nut on them. So don't worry, we'll get to all that once we're a little bit more comfortable not laying on the ground because I'm too old for this shit, right? We've got everything bolted in. We're going to torque our leaf spring bolts now that we're sitting at ride height. Basically double check everything, make sure our shock lines are clear. We got a little rattle in the exhaust we're going to take care of. And then we'll be ready for a road test. So one of the things we had to deal with was the new heavy-duty yoke. This is a 1350, so we had to run a special U-joint from 1350 to the factory 1310. We need to torque these bolts, but that's a much stronger, beefier yoke. The part number that I had to use was a NEPCO 2-1153. So I put the brand new stock Camaro one back in here just in case we ever need that in the future. But there you go. So keep that in mind on your rear end build. You can see the traction bars are not ideal. They're not at the eyelet due to this shock mount here. I had to slide this back about 2.5 inches. Well, we wouldn't have to slide it back that far to clear the shock mount, but I wanted this on a beefy part of the spring and not at the weakest point. So for now, we got this here at the strap. It's in tight contact, preloaded already. Same with this side. We're preloaded already. Slid back the even amount. This side, you got the problem on the front corner, which holds it off center just a tiny bit, but it's right on the beefy part of the strap there. Again, these are Hotchkiss road race springs, so this entire setup is not ideal. Again, this is not our race car. This is just a kick-ass street machine. If you were around at all when the street freaks were around, you know they weren't super fast, but they looked super cool. How fitting that American flag is sitting there above that, huh? What do you think about that? Just drink it in. Go ahead. Take all the time you need. We use the Trimic app on our phone. While the drive shaft was out, we put it across the end of the output shaft of the transmission. Then we put it across the yoke, across this right here, and then we put the drive shaft in and put it on the drive shaft angle right there. And we ended up with these numbers, which everything is green, so we're saying we're good. Well, that's about it. I'm calling this one ready. If we hit the list, only things left is to remove the stereo equipment and clean the air filter. And since the weather has stopped us from hitting the dyno today, those items can be done at any time. I'm hoping this weather will dry up. You will notice, however, in addition to all the freaking tree branches, we got concrete. That's a win. Get the roof put on and then we'll build some walls, and before you know it, we'll be filming in a beautifully well lit brand new shop. Actually, we probably won't be. We'll still be over here tearing this one up.